What's going on, everybody? David here from Bluckers Videos and Collectables, and today I got a brand new video for y'all, and this time we are going to finish out these reviews of the Wave 1 DC Primal Age. So this will be another toy review video, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I've been doing other things instead, so I'm finally getting a chance to go ahead and finish out this series. And once I do this, we'll do a collection update, and then in future installments we will be doing the Bat Cave, and then we'll get started on series 2. And so that being said, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the packaging, and then we'll crack these figures out, and then we'll take a look at them one by one, and then we will be doing a collection update. As you can tell, the packaging is the same. It's just basically big letters is DC Primal Age. And you got the shield right here, along with the swords across it and everything. And then each individual package has its the name of the character. And then on the back of it, or on the card back behind the figure, you got the big explosion that's around it and everything. So. And then it has DC right there, and then it's got Funko at the bottom. So, not too exciting, a little bland to me, but I get what they're going with this. You know, they're paying homage to the Masters of the Universe, the 80s figures, card style back. What is that? The style of the card backs from the vintage Motu figures. So we'll just take Mr. Freeze right here, and then here it is. We have the collect them all. So basically, we pretty much reviewed all of these, with the exception of these three. Then we got all the information, legal information right there, and then we got Funko and so forth. It says 8 and up. That's me. So. Not too overly exciting. Motu hasn't really been known as far as their card backs to be all that exciting. Usually their box figures are the ones that really pop. You know, the vehicles and the play sets and stuff. Those are really, the artwork for those are really outstanding. But for the actual main card, I do like the vintage He-Man card back a lot better than this. This is just me because nostalgia purposes. But anyways, let's go ahead and crack these figures out, and then we will take a closer look at them. Okay, so I finally got the figures out of their respective packages, and these look really nice. I really like the designs of these, and I think Funko did a great job paying homage to the 5.5 figures, and I think these are very outstanding. So let's go ahead and look at them individually, one by one, and then we'll do a collection update. All right, we're going to start with Mr. Freeze. Really like this figure. I think this is a great looking figure. They do have a chase variant for Wave 1. And he does have the clear, translucent plastic, like he's supposed to be like icicle. So that's one I need to find. I don't have that one. He's not that expensive like most chase figures from this type of line, from the Savage War line. But I haven't had any luck to find one that's reasonable. Probably averages around $25 to $35, maybe a little more, give or take. But I'll get him eventually, and then once I do, I'll probably do a review on him. He's not somebody I'm gonna keep in package or anything, because I like these figures enough to where I want to break them out and display them. So let's go ahead and start with the accessories. First up, we have the clear translucent Blues icicle sword. Very nice detailed. I love how all the ridges, are on here. Even though it's nothing too special, but the detail of the actual sword itself, the blade part, very nice. And then here, the handle part is really good. Just like a block of ice being chipped into a sword. So, very nice. And then we have his helmet. Helmet's just another clear, translucent. Must be like an icicle helmet. So, not much detail on this. You know, I do like the design and how they made it. You know, very cool looking. And then we have his claw right there. I think that's very awesome right there. It just snaps onto his hand right there. Fits in. Kind of reminds me of it might be the same mold that they use for the Thundercats, Lion-O. So that's my thinking. So very nice right there. Nice design. So I really like that a lot. And then last but not least, we do have his shield. So just a nice square that's chiseled into from a block of ice. You know, I think that's very cool. Just one thing, just be careful when if you have any of these figures and if you decide to display them. These do tend to stretch and they can break, so just be careful when you put them on and off. I think once you have them on there, I just wouldn't take them off, you know. So, Mr. Freeze himself, very cool, you know. Love the head sculpt right there. The red eyes, you know, very good, very on point. And the beard, it's nicely made. And then you have his chest armor right here. Not really armor, but and then down here you have his loincloth that's made out of ice. And I do like how they have this right here in icicle form. It is only in this arm. It didn't have it with this arm. And then here are the boots. This is one of the more better figures that has a better paint job, in my opinion. So, your articulation, the arm goes up and down. The head doesn't really move because of this right here is hindering it. Then the legs move up and down. So the waist has a waist movement right here. So side to side. Other than that, you know, that's about it, you know. And very nice, you know. Very nice, you know. Love this figure. Very well made, you know, in my opinion. And the paint apps, even though it's not much, you know, just the white paint apps itself, you know, it's done really well. It doesn't bleed into anything. I know there's some other figures that I have of these that, you know, some of the paint bleeds into it. But this one was, even though it's very limited, you know, this is like the only paint apps that you would get. It was very done. It was very done. It was done very well, should I say. So let's go ahead and get him all geared up. So here is see, you don't want to, because it's got a stress mark right there, so you want to be very careful in how you put this on. So you don't want to stress it too much, because right there, as you can tell, I'm being very careful, and you can hear that, you know, because, so, looks great on him right there. And then you can get the sword right here in his hand. Now, sometimes some of these figures, it's good that you have a good grip on it, but man, they make it so difficult. So there, and then we can put the helmet on like that. Now, he looks a little goofy, but I think it looks great. There he is with it all geared up, ready for battle. And so if you don't want the shield, you just kind of see what I'll tell you right there. That stress mark right there. That's the only negative side. So if that breaks, yeah, you're in a world of trouble. And I don't think they have these enough to where they can put them on eBay and sell them individually. Well, they could, but I don't think so. So here is the Mr. Freeze hand right here. Don't think it's supposed to go like that. I think yeah, there you go. So if you choose to have this right there, you can. So let's go ahead and take that helmet off. So that's Mr. Freeze right there for you. Yeah, I think I'm going to display him with this and not display him with that because I already stressed that already. So that will be going to the side. And even though the helmet is cool, it's a nice touch, but I don't think Mr. Freeze really needs that helmet. So, all right, let's go ahead and go to the next person. Okay, next up we got King Shark. I thought this figure was very well done. We'll check out the paint apps here in a minute and see if it's on par like Mr. Freeze is. And but first, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the accessories. So what we have here is we have the shield. So I thought this was very well done as well. Love the detailing of the shield. Looks like it's got a little bit of worn to it. Very well done. And again, like I said, just be careful with the plastic part because you don't want it stressed. And if you do have them on there, you might as well just leave it on there permanently. Because if you keep on removing it on and off, it's no bueno. And so here we have his other accessory he comes with. It's got the little hook sword. Not really a sword, but a fish hook, So I thought this was pretty cool. Not my favorite accessory of these figs, but nonetheless, it's still pretty cool. I like the fact that they did add some paint apps to this right here. It looked like it's just rope that's just been wrapped around it and everything. So you can tell it's probably made out of like wood or something. Now, if they would have had to make this kind of have that metal shine to it right there, it looked like it was just like a big old piece of stick right there with wood, with the metal hook. That probably would have been a lot better, but that's my 2 cents on that. So, and then King Shark himself. What an amazing figure. Really like that. I like the fact that they added like these little scars right here, like he's been into battle, and everything. So very cool. Love the detailing on this thing. Like the seaweed loincloth right there. Got the little shark tooth right there. Now, why he has a shark mouth right here, bone, jaws, or whatever, I don't know. I don't think that would have been really necessary. They could have had something else instead. But hey, I'm not on the design team. And down here, he's just got his feet regular. They should have made these webbed feet, you know, instead of having human-like feet. Got the little fins sticking out on the side. Head sculpt is really good. Really like that a lot. The gills on the side and the big dorsal fin on the back. Very awesome. So they did a really good job with the paint apps right there on his jaws, teeth, and everything. Eyes right there, black beady eyes. The little slash marks here, like it's been cut up, been through battle. My only gripe is I don't like this right here. They could have went with something different, you know. They got the little seashells right there for the wristbands. Seashells right there. So let's go ahead and get them all geared up. And this one isn't so bad, but if you do put it right there, it's really loose. So just like with the Batman, you probably would have to, you know, just put it right here. It's wide enough. Let's see. If we just take a look at the Mr. Freeze one, you see how small that is compared to this one? They all should have been that big, not that small. And that's why he causes a stress mark, because of the Green Lantern one that I have. His did the exact same thing. But everybody else, you know, it didn't have small ones that I can recall. So let's see if we can put this on here without having, there we go. So that will probably stay there, just like that. Sorry about the bad lighting. Let's see if we can. So that looks pretty good right there. So we'll just keep it at that. And then for his hook weapon, we'll just leave it there at that. So there's King Shark are already geared up, ready for battle. So looks very awesome, very awesome. So let's go ahead and do the next person. And last but not least, the final figure that we have is Scarecrow. Now this Scarecrow is pretty awesome. I think Green Lantern is like my favorite one out of the bunch, but then Scarecrow is probably like the second, real close second favorite one out of the whole set, just because of the design. Mainly, you know, not because of the character, but just for the design that Funko did for him. So let's go ahead and take a look at the shield. So as you can tell right here, it's got kind of like a gloss to it, and I could tell that the paint that they use, it looks like that over time, especially with the clip right there. If it doesn't stress out first, then you know the paint will come off. And I could just tell by the paint that they use that it'll chip real easily for this one, because I know they were going for that wood finish look. So, like the design, they got the Scarecrow right there, or the crow, should I say, right there, the red eye right there. So very cool with that part. And then we got his sickle, you know, that you use for corn. You know, you chop corn with the sickle here. See, that's very cool right there. See, if they had put this paint at the hook for the King Shark figure at the hook, then that would have been really awesome, you know. So I really like this weapon right here. Very cool, very unique. And for Scarecrow himself, really like this a lot. Very neat figure. Nothing too fancy or anything, of him as far as comes to like his chest plate and stuff and things like that. But you could tell they use wood corn shucks. They use corn shucks to tie around his chest and his shoulder pads and wrist plates or his wristbands, not plates. You could tell it's corn shucks just by the way, even though it's not textured or should I say colored like corn shucks, but you could tell the texturing of it. That was the look they were going for. And I'm pretty sure corn shucks isn't going to offer you that much protection during battle, but you got to remember this is Primal Age, so you're going back to what primitive people would have done back in the days, you know. So I do like the shin pads right there, and the boot and design of the right there, loincloth and everything. So very cool. It's got the little crow emblem right there, and I like the fact that here is the cape right here. Very cool that you can have the option to take this off. So got the soft pliable rubbery plastic right here for the cape. Really like that a lot. It's good that it has enough room to where you can take it on and off if you choose not to have them with it. Kind of reminds me of Skeletor, you know, this figure does. Love the face design for this. I think it's very cool. The hood and everything, and the way that they designed the face. You know, I think that's very epic. Kind of got the Skeletor-esque look to it. So I think that's one of the reasons why I love it so much. You know, to reminisce to Skeletor. So paint job done very well. You know, very well done. And I think they did a superb job on this figure. So, and it was articulation. I know I didn't do it with the King Shark, but pretty much the same thing. You know, up and down, left and right, waist swivel and everything. So your typical 5.5 articulation. So let's go ahead and put this back on and gear him up. Again, if you try to put it right there, well, actually it did fit. I mean, it's not loose like that, so that works out just fine. And I could tell. I like the fact that they painted his nails too. So I think that's really cool right there. So let's go ahead and it's just the paint that I think that they used for this that's going to chip real easily over time if you keep taking the weapon or the accessory and the shield off periodically. So, all right, there we go. So here we have King Shark along with Scarecrow. And we have Mr. Freeze in his goofy helmet. So we won't be using his shield because don't want to stress it any more than I already did. All right, so let's do a quick collection update. All right. All right, for the first part of the collection update, we have all the heroes. We got Aquaman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, and we got the Target exclusive Batman, along with the regular Batman and Ace the Bat Hound. And for the second part, we have the Joker with Joker Beast, with Scarecrow, King Shark, and I want to say Iceman, but Mr. Freeze. And so this concludes the video. I hope y'all enjoyed this video as much as I did filming it. Comment down below what you think of these villains. Which one is your favorite, and which one do you prefer out of the whole collection? If you're new to the channel, please give this channel a sub. Like the video, comment down below on the video, and yeah, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can receive all my uploads. And don't forget to check out all my playlists that I have. You know, I got tons of other toy reviews. I got Jurassic World reviews, Dino Rival reviews, Jurassic Park reviews, you know, all kinds of stuff. So check all that out. And also don't forget to check out my G.I. Joe series, Let's Build a G.I. Joe Vehicle series. I just received, I was about to say just received, but I just uploaded not too long ago the latest video of that series. Check it out as we piece together more of the killer whale, you know, the hovercraft, and also words of wisdom. Buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you will always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.